Hello, welcome to episode 77 in the Datapack tutorial series for version 1.21. We're making falling loot crates. We've done this before in command blocks only, so we'll make a little bit of a change. This time we'll make it so it actually uses a loot table. Last time we didn't. We just hard-coded the items in. So what are we going to be doing? Falling loot crate. Let's have a look. Let's do a function. Let's try to do function. Summon. Oh, there it is. Hey, okay, what's inside? Something exciting? No, a block of redstone. Okay, but that's because my loot table is rather boring. That's why. So we could easily change that. Let's have a nice quick one. So let's get on and build it now. Okay, here we are in VS Code. We'll start like we usually do by adding folders and files. So inside my namespace function, I'm going to create a new folder for my functions, just to keep them tidy. And we'll have a new file. We'll have summon. And we'll have another new file. I'll just call it summon process. Okay. Wow, we spell MC function right 2 times in a row. Getting better. Inside my namespace, I'm going to create a new folder called Predicate. And inside there, I'm going to create a new file. Can see sky. So let's just do it so it only summons the loot crate if the player can see the sky. And we'll also, let's make our own loot table as well. We'll make a very simple loot table. So inside my namespace, new folder, loot table, inside loot table, new file, falling crate will do. JSON. Okay, let's make the predicate and the loot table first. So let's go over to Miso. Let's do the predicate first. We want entity properties, yes. This entity, yes. Predicate, yes. Location, can see sky, true. We're done. Copy that, take it back, pop it into our predicate file. Boink. Save that. Now let's make our loot table. Back to Miso. Let's go to loot tables. Let's make a very simple one. So we'll have pools. We're just going to have one role on that pool. We're going to have one entry. It's going to be an item. And it's going to be... well, no, it's redstone last time. Let's do an emerald block. And I think that's basically going to be it. We're not doing anything clever. This isn't about the loot table. So let's just copy that. Take it back. Pop it into our loot table file. Okay, done. Now let's move off to load, I suppose. Let's go off to load. What do we need for load? I'm going to need a score to save the position of the loot crate. This is just so we can then display that into chat. So we'll just call it something like pos. So let's do scoreboard. Objectives, add pos dummy. There we go. And then we can store the X and the Y into that. And then we can display it with a tell all. Let's control KW, shut down all the windows. Okay. I suppose summon next. Summon. We'll just do it so we run the command. So we'll just do execute at S. Execute at S. I suppose you could run this and say execute as a random player if predicate can see sky. I'm the only player though. So actually that's going to pick me anyway because I'm the only player, but I'm going to do add S for now. And then we're going to do something a bit different this time. So we'll execute as me. If I can see the sky, then we'll do summon marker. And then we'll do run, return, run, function, summon process. So what's happening here? I'm going to execute me if I can see the sky. If I can, we're going to summon a marker. And then we're going to run, return, run, which means if we do this, we're not going to continue any further down this function. And we're going to do create summon process. Now create summon process will be executed as the marker we've just made. So we can use that to set up to the marker and do some stuff. Now, after that, though, I'm going to say tell raw at S. Oh, dear me. At S. There we go. I wonder how much quicker my videos would be if I never made spelling mistakes. And let's just do some little coloured text here. Text. You are not outside. Colour red. Let's save that. And I'm just going to copy that one actually, and I'm just going to chuck it into summon process as well. And just do this. Let's do green. You are outside. Save. Now that kill S. Why have I put that there? Because in our summon, if we are outside, we summon a marker and we run this function as that marker. If I don't put that kill S, we're just going to keep generating markers. So this is just a little bit of cleanup while we're doing some testing. So let's go back. Let's do a reload. F5. Okay. Function summon. Rather nicely, absolutely nothing happened. Okay, what about if we can't see the sky? You are not outside. Okay, so that bit worked. Now, do you know why this tell raw, you are outside, did not work? It is because it is executing at S. And at S is the marker we summoned. This function is running as that marker we just summoned. So the marker saw the message, which is, to be honest, pretty useless to us because we're not the marker. So let's change this to an at A, and now all players will see the message. So let's go back. Let's do a reload. I'm close enough to the button. There we go. Let's run the function again. You are outside. There we go. Cool. Okay, so that little bit's working. Right, well, we'll keep that at S because we definitely want to get rid of that marker. There's no point telling the player they're outside. We'll get rid of that because the crate's going to drop, so that's going to be their feedback. The feedback here, if nothing happens, you are not outside. It's nice to know, why didn't the crate fall? Oh, you're not outside, you can't see the sky. Okay, here the feedback is actually going to be the crate falling down somewhere. And they will have a message saying, the crate was summoned at. So, first thing we want to do is move the marker to a random location. So we'll do move marker. Then we'll lift it up into the sky. Move marker up. Then we'll summon a crate. Summon crate at marker. Then we will store the marker's coordinates. Store marker coordinates. Then we will display those coordinates. Display coords. And then we'll remove the marker, which we're already doing. Remove marker. Okay, so that's what we're going to be going for, I think. Let's move the marker. We're going to use spread players. Spread players. Boobity boo. How far? 5. Max range of 20. So with spread players, the center is going to be, this is an X and a Z. X and Z. The X and Z is going to be at the marker, or actually at the player, because that's who's running this. Remember, we're executing at the player, but as the marker. There is the difference there. And then what we're going to do, actually we're not 100% sure about that. I think that's right. So we're executing at the marker or at the player. It doesn't really matter, so they're both in the same place at the moment. Spread distance of 5, that's the maximum. That's the distance between each person you're spreading, but we're only spreading one person. Range of 20, so it could go up to 20 blocks away. Respect teams. False, we don't care what teams people are on. And who are we teleporting? At S, the marker. Now let's move the marker up. Execute at S. run TP yourself to your same X, your same Y, and your same Z, but let's add 20 to the Y. Summon a crate at the marker, execute at S, run summon a falling block. Now you can't use a chest for this. I don't believe chests work, but we'll do a test on it. Falling block. And we're going to want some information in here. We're going to need a block state. Let's open and close that. Block state. Name. Minecraft barrel. Oh, look at that little big A there. Little big A. And we haven't put it in speech marks either. Name equals Minecraft barrel. Properties. Open. And are the properties are part of the block state? Yes, they are. That's okay. So we will open and close properties, and we'll say facing. Which way do we want it facing? We've got a choice of some enums there by the look of it. Up. Okay. And now we want to make sure we come out of the block state. So block state here I can see is yellow, or the opening ones are yellow. Block state is purple, so I need to be after purple. There we go, because the tile entity data is not part of the block state. Tile entity data, loot table. Will you autofill mine if I? Yeah, cool. Okay, so you can see there as well. We don't have to use my rubbish loot table that we made. We could use any loot table that's in the vanilla game already. So anything from down here. There's a long list. I'm not going to go through them. I'm just going to use my rubbish loot table. There we go. So now we've put the loot table into the falling block. Let's store the marker coordinates. Execute. This, we only need to do this if we want to display the coordinates. If you want the loot table to, or the loot crate to fall without displaying coordinates, we don't need to do this bit. And then in fact you don't even need to make the score in the load function. Execute store result as a score. Let's call it loot, I don't know, loot X. No, that'll do. Into its pos score. Run the data get from an entity, this entity, its pos 0. Let's copy that. And let's store something into loot what? No, loot Z. So these are fake players. Fake player loot X and fake player loot Z. And X is 0, Y is 1, Z is 2. So into pos 2. Now we want to display those chords, so we're going to use a tell raw, and we're going to tell everyone on the server that the crate has fallen. That way they all might run to it at the same time, have a little fight. Ha ha ha. So we want a bit strange. We want a bit of text. We'll say crate arriving, and then we need a score. So text crate arriving at that X. Then we'll say at this Y bump. Okay, so we're going to have 2 bits of text. That's one bit. Text crate arriving at X. Then this will be a score saying X. This will be a simple piece of text again. Text will have a space. I would just do it simply, I suppose. We'll just do a big Z. Then we'll do that. Okay, and this next one will be a score as well. So let's do the scores. How do you do scores? Speech marks, colon, open and close curlies, speech marks, colon, speech marks, comma, speech marks, colon, speech marks. Okay, so this is a score. Name. Okay, well, we called them X loot X. Let's get you, copy you. X loot X. And the objective would be your POS score. And let's just copy all of that so we don't have to type it again. We need that blue bracket there. There we go. We'll copy everything inside the purple brackets. Copy. We'll paste it into this one. So your name will be Loot Z POS. Save. Let's go back. Let's do a reload. Let's run the function summon. Oh, there it is. Crate arriving at 0 x minus 7 z24. Is that about roughly where I am? Yeah. Cool. That looks all right. Okay, let's look up in the air and somewhere. We might see it actually falling then. Oh, there it is. Okay. Right. That is definitely working. So, job done. Let's do a little bit of playing around and waffling. Let's go back. And let's see what happens if you put this as a chest. Maybe this bug was fixed. Oh. Well, properties facing up. Okay, so there's one thing. Chest doesn't have a facing up property. I wonder if it does have any... Does it have any properties? Open. We have a facing. Okay, so we can still do facing. But obviously a chest never looks up. This is where the lock is going to be. So it could be, I suppose, east. Yeah, okay, let's say north then for that. There we go, that's fixed. Let's save that. Let's go back and do a test on that one. Let's look up. Let's do a reload. Don't see anything. It said minus 10 what? It's there, but we didn't see it full. That is the problem with chests. You don't actually see them. I think it's something to do with the fact they're not a full block. So it might not work with anything that's not a full block. Whereas a barrel, I believe, is a barrel a full block? I'm pretty sure it is. Barrel is definitely a full block. So don't work with chests, unfortunately. So you've not got really loot chests. You've got loot barrels. That's what you've got. Okay, and let's just go and change the loot table data as well. So say we could use anything else we wanted to. Let's put a speech mark so we start getting the autofill. Where should we go? Let's just go down. Oh, we don't want to block. Let's go up from the bottom. Gameplay hero of the village. Ooh, interesting. We've got a trial chamber or something here. Piggling bartering. Child chamber corridor. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. Otherwise, I could just spend minutes there looking for random rubbish. So they're all the same, though. As in, for demonstrating. Well, let's look up to see if we can actually see it. Oh, did we not change it from chest? We didn't change it from chest. Oh, look, we got 2 emeralds. So, apparently the corridors in the trial chamber are pretty rubbish. Let's change this back to a barrel so we can see it falling. Let's set its properties back so it's pointing up, which I think looks nicer. How do we find End City? I wouldn't mind finding an End City one. They're usually a bit nicer, aren't they? Can I type End City? Entities? Can I type End City? Oh, wow, yeah. Okay, End City. What? Treasure? End City treasure? Yeah. Save that one. Okay. Last test. I don't know why we're doing this. You see how it works. If you're still here, well done. Okay, let's look up. Let's do a summon. Oh my god, it's landed right on my head. Ooh. Okay. Oh, there it is. Not bad. Okay, there we go. Let's stop faffing around. Wasted enough of your time. We have loot crates which will fall, but only if the player can see the sky. So this is doing a test straight up from the player, I believe. Straight up. If you can see the sky, there's no blocks in the way, then you are allowed to have a crate spawn around you. But now I suppose there's nothing to say. You're not in a cave, and you're just looking through one hole in the cave roof. In which case, oh well, tough. Your loot crate might spawn outside, up on top of the cave. Who knows? Anyway, I'll see you soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.